Hello and welcome to Beach View, our podcast about different things. And today, in honor of the new Pokemon game releases, we're going to be talking about Pokemon.
This should be interesting because, as you know, I think we've lightly touched on this before. I don't really know much about Pokemon.
Or games in general.
Or games in general. So I'm going to be counting on you to fill me in before you play this new game.
Yes, well, we couldn't come up with a topic to discuss, so I was like, well, I'm waiting on my package to get here for the new Pokemon game. So let's talk about that.
Yes, let's. So I did read something very recently that isn't this like the 25th anniversary of Pokemon?
Oh, I think it is actually.
Is that right?
Yes. I think they did something earlier in the year for it, too.
Ah, see? I learned something, or I knew something, see? Okay, see, I'm
well,
not as
do
out
you
of
know
touch as you
what
think.
Pokemon is?
So, I know we've talked about Pokemon a little bit before, and I remember it as a TV show, like a cartoon when I was younger. I don't know if it's like an anime or something, but I think you had said it started as a game.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. But as far as like what Pokemon is, I know they're like little things that you have to catch. Gotta catch them all. That's all I remember. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, so
Creatures.
Pokemon. Yeah, it's short for pocket monsters. And they're the little, creature things, as you said. And
no way. Okay.
yeah, there's a ton of them, and it started as a game, but it's since ballooned into a whole lot of things. There's a movie that came out a few years ago. There's a long-running TV series, and all sorts of other things. Merchandise, trading cards.
Oh, I didn't know they were short for pocket monsters.
Yes.
That's very interesting because I just thought it was just like Pokemon was just like the name of the little guy or something. The little yellow man. No, that's Pikachu.
Pikachu. No, none of them are called Pokemon. That is their, group name. Like how you call cats and dogs are all animals.
It's like a species. Okay. I got you.
Do you know the country of origin of Pokemon?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Japan.
Yes. Did you know that beforehand, or did you just guess?
No, I just figured because it's like like anime kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I figured it. Yeah, I used my deductive reasoning skills.
You Sherlock Holmes did.
Yeah, I did.
You Detective Pikachu did.
Yeah, Pikachu did.
That was the movie that came out a few years ago. Detective Pikachu.
Okay. Oh man, I gotta watch that. I love movies. Is it a cartoon? Like, I mean, is it animated or is it like...
It's animation, live action mix, like CG stuff.
Oh, that's cool. And and then I think I talked about before, like Pokemon Go, when that was like a whole thing. So that's my knowledge of it. Like,
okay, yeah.
That's it.
So, yeah. My principal engagement with it is the games, because I played them as a kid and then kept playing them through the years, and they're fun.
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and that's why I'm excited for the new one coming out. Now, how much do you know about the games? I'm gonna guess next to nothing.
I'm sure you have told me about the games in the past, but I don't really remember. So that was gonna be one of my questions is, so a new game's coming out, is it the same premise as all the other games? Is it just like...
Yeah.
Something totally new?
It's actually a remake.
What is it all about?
It's actually a remake of one of the older games. The games that came out in... Was it 2006?
Ooh, so long ago.
Yes, so the games that are coming out are called Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which are remakes of the 2006 games Diamond and Pearl.
Okay. So why are they remaking them? Just making them with better graphics?
Yeah, more or less. That's just something they do and they've done for years and years now.
Okay. Do you ever get, like, I don't want to say bored, but are you like, oh, same old thing? Or is it like an exciting new game, you know?
I mean, I have fun with them because of that, but that is actually something people hit on that, like, because you did just ask, they are the same premise more or less, and they've not made any major changes to the formula since the beginning. Every change they've made has been, like, rather small things that can add up over time, but, like, if you're playing game to game, a lot of people can get bored of it.
Really? But you don't. You like them.
No. Yes, I think they're very fun. And so the premise is that you have these little pocket monsters, and you explore a world where you catch them and then do battles with them. And you go through a little, like, story where the main, like, conflict resolution is doing these battles.
Okay. So you have to catch them as a player in a game, and then you make them battle each other?
Yes.
Sounds kind of cruel, don't you think? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay, you see, because they want to battle. That is the explicit text of the games. They like it,
And who is
actually.
the victor? Who's the victor? The one who, like, kills the other one? Is this a violent game?
Well, they don't die, they faint.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
But yes, you...
And they live in little capsules, right?
Yes,
like
called Pokeballs.
They're like little balls.
Yes.
Pokeballs, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but so you go back and forth, it's turn-based, so you select a move, your opponent selects a move at the same time, and then they both go off. Whichever one goes off first is determined by the stats of the Pokemon, and you go through that until either all your Pokemon are defeated or all your opponent's Pokemon are defeated.
Oh.
And to do this, they all have types. So that's sort of their, like, elemental affinity, and the Pokemon have types, and the moves they use have types. And this creates, like, some of the depth to the game, so it's not just, like, telling your Pikachu to go punch the other Pikachu. There's some strategy involved.
So, when you say when your opponent, so do you play against other people, or is it a game you play by yourself?
You can, but it has a single-player story you go through, and you run into NPCs where they'll battle you, and you have to battle them. Like, that's like the rules of the world, is that if you run into someone out in the wild, you have to battle them.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And there's usually some, like, evil team that there's an organization trying to do nefarious things, and you have to stop them, and you go through and you have to collect gems by going to each of the cities and towns that have them, and when you defeat the gym, which is just like a collection of trainers and a leader under the same type, you get a badge, and then eventually you can go challenge the Pokemon League and become the best Pokemon trainer.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so this game, or is it new games or one game?
So they come out with 2, but they're the same game, and they've been doing that since the beginning.
I don't get it. Why are there 2 and they're the same?
So the explicit reason is to make people trade between each other. There are minor differences in each of the games, and one of the minor differences is that the different versions have different Pokemon that are available. So there are some Pokemon that are only available in, say, Brilliant Diamond. And the thinking was, at the, start, was to encourage people to trade with their friends.
Okay. So did you order one or both games?
One.
Which one did you get?
Brilliant Diamond.
Oh, is there a reason you picked that one over the other one?
Because I got the original Diamond, and also I don't... So, the games now, the first one didn't do this, but they have something called Legendary Pokemon, and they're like the mascot of the games.
Okay.
And I like the mascot Pokemon on Diamond better than the one on Pearl.
Oh, okay. I got you. There's a lot of choices that go into this.
Right, so I wanted to finish introducing the types to you, and then I was going to ask you a little a quiz here.
Okay.
But, so you have... Your Pokemon has a type, and then their moves have a type. So you can use, say, a Fire-type move against a Grass-type Pokemon, and it would be super effective, which means it does double damage. Or you can use a fire-type move against a water-type Pokemon, and it would be not very effective, which means it would do half damage. Or you can use a normal-type move against either of those, and that would do normal damage, because the type effectiveness is such that it's, there's nothing going there.
Okay. Okay.
And so I gave you 3 types, which are or 4 actually, which are elemental affinities, like I said, that these Pokemon have, and I want you to try to guess what some of the other ones are.
Wait, some of the other types are?
Yes.
No. Okay. Let me try.
Do you want me to tell you the ones I said again?
You said fire type, right?
Mm-hmm.
And water type.
Mm-hmm.
And what were the other two?
The other one was normal, and then one of them was grass, which is actually kind of weird, because if you're doing like an elements thing, it's weird to use grass and not something like earth. Or to use grass instead of just plant.
Grass.
It'd be like calling water type river type, but...
Yeah, okay.
I digress.
So that one's a weird one. Okay, that's a weird one. All right, so let me guess other types. Is there like a wind or an air type?
Kind of. It's called flying type, which should give you an idea of like how some of these work, which is more of like a property that they possess rather than like, because if you're doing it purely elemental, you would do like a wind or air rather than fly.
Yeah. Okay, so quality. Is there like a poisonous type?
Yes, poison is a type.
No way! I totally guessed on that one.
Okay, well,
okay.
That's
poison.
actually if you know something about video games, that's a really good guess, because a lot of these have like poison to be like a separate sort of type of thing.
Oh no. Well, I don't know much about any of that, but I was trying to think like what quality would you have that you could fight with, So that's what I was thinking. Okay, so I got that right. Is there a morphing? Like, can they morph into something else? Like transform type?
Okay, so, no, that's not a type, but are you aware of evolutions in Pokemon?
No.
Okay, so that's when Pokemon, so you'll get one, and then once it hits certain criteria, it'll evolve into another form that's a stronger form of it, and it's a different Pokemon that looks similar to the other one. If you know what Charizard is, that's a really popular one. I don't know if you've seen that.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to send you a picture?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I know the little yellow guy is Pikachu, and that's all I know.
But yeah, so Charizard's probably second most popular Pokemon.
Oh.
That, in the chat there, that is a evolutionary line. And the one at the very left, that's Charmander, it evolves, once it levels up a certain level, into Charmeleon, which is the second one, which then, again, once it hits a certain level, evolves into Charizard. And most of the Pokemon work like this, where they'll evolve into a different form.
Okay, so the one on the left, the little guy, is called what now?
Charmander.
Charmander, and then it evolves.
Yes, into the middle one, which is Charmeleon, which evolves into the one on the right, which is Charizard.
Oh, cool. Okay. So, I was kind of right in that. They do transform, don't they?
Yes, but that's not
or
a type.
Or evolve, I guess. Okay, it's not a type. All right. Another type would be, So you have flying, you have a poison one. Another type would be, okay, if you can fly, can you also swim? Or is there a water type? Well,
yes,
you already said there was a water
type, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that. So another type would be...
Oh, they can also have 2 types, up to 2 types. So the Charizard there is fire and flying.
Oh goodness, not to get too complicated or anything. What about freezing? Can you freeze stuff? Can one of them freeze?
Ice is a type.
Okay, ice type.
Yeah,
See?
which is a bit weird because,
so
like, you know, ice is just water, but...
Yeah, but it's frozen water. See, I'm so good at this. Okay, is there like a knife type where you cut somebody?
There are two things that could kind of fit into, but...
Like a swordsman or woman?
Yeah, so, like, yeah, that's another one that could kind of fit into.
Okay. What about... Okay. Alright, that's all I got on that.
Okay. So, I will give you the ones
like
you're
a crawling
missing.
type?
What?
A land animal type?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna list them all out. Fighting, electric, ground, psychic, rock, bug, dragon, ghost, dark, steel, fairy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, ground, is that like a land animal?
No, that is like, has affinity with or like power over like dirt.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's like an earthly element. All right.
It's kind of weird that ground and rock are the same, or like aren't the same thing, that those are separated out.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
Also, dark doesn't mean like dark as in the night, it means dark as in like evil, more or less. Like some dark type moves are like foul play or sucker punch.
Ooh, that is dark. Okay.
Like dirty fighting tactics.
That makes it interesting. Okay, so do you have favorite fighters, like where, you know, like two of them you like to go against each other?
I don't know if I don't know if people think of them in those terms.
I mean, that's what I think of, like opponents.
Well, it's also collecting, so people
Okay.
talk about like favorite Pokemon, or like even if they're not collecting, people have like, I like this one because I like its design.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, did Pokemon used to have like cards?
Yes, it
or like
still has
pogs
cards.
or something that people would trade? Oh, see? Like a vague memory just came back from like when I was younger and like kids like messing with cards or something.
Yes, you can still get them. You can go to the store right now and buy some if you want it.
Oh, you know, I'll probably pass on that, but I'm glad I remembered that.
Yeah, and there's a game you can play with the cards.
Okay, that's cool. Do you have any?
No.
No.
I used to as a kid, but I never kept up with it.
Well, guess what you're getting for Christmas?
Oh, no.
Okay. So, what are you... So, you must be very excited that this game just came out, right?
More or less, I guess.
You're excited.
Well, this isn't... The games that it's a remake of are one of my least favorite Pokemon games.
Oh.
So, but
really?
I'll still have fun with it. I don't dislike it. It's just, like, compared to the rest of the series, I think.
Not the best.
Yeah.
Well, I would think it would just be exciting because I'm assuming, like, games don't come out very often, right?
The last one came out in 2019.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not
And
that
before
long.
that, it was 2017.
Oh, so every couple of years.
Yeah, they come out pretty quickly.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking like, 5 years or something.
No.
Okay. Well, that's very cool. So, okay, so tell me more.
Well, I mean, I could talk about any manner of things related to Pokemon. What do you want to get into?
Okay, I want to get into the collecting concept. Like I said, the only real thing I remember is, like, you gotta catch them all. So is that part of the game? Like, you have to collect them all?
You don't have to, but it is a thing you can do, and it has been, like, encoded into the games that you can try to get all of them. It's actually rather difficult to try to do that.
Like a challenge. Do you ever do that?
I have, in one game, gotten most of them.
Oh.
But not all of them.
Maybe you should make that your
Well,
quest
the problem
in
is
this
that
game.
because of, like I said, with the different versions thing, some of them are locked behind, like, a specific version.
Oh.
So you'd have to trade with someone, and because you have to subscribe to the online service to trade online.
Oh.
I just never bothered with it, because I don't want to pay a subscription to the online service if I'm not going to play it very often.
Yeah. Well, do you know other people, like, around you that also play that you can trade with?
No.
Yeah. Does like, I know Bree likes to play some games. Does she play it too?
No.
Okay. Just curious. Okay. So is this something that would be easy, like, say, like, if I come visit and I try to play, would I have any idea what I was doing?
Yeah, you probably... I mean, it's made for kids. Like, that's been the thing through and through. And it's turn-based, so... It's pretty easy to, like, you don't have to worry about twitch reflexes or having muscle memory. You just have to, like, be able to click buttons and use arrow keys, more or less.
Well, it's easier said than done for me, but I'll have to try it. Okay, so that's exciting news in the gaming world. And did they do anything special besides these games for their 25th anniversary?
I don't remember. They partnered with some musician and did like a concert or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it was Post Malone, I think, and he did a cover of Hootie and the Blowfish's I Only Want to Be With You, because that also came out in 96.
Oh, that's cute.
I want to say that's what, like, I
do remember seeing that he did a cover of a Hootie and a Blowfish song, but I didn't know why.
I'm pretty sure that was for Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's really cute. Very nice. So, another question.
Mm-hmm.
Do they come out with new characters ever?
Yes.
Or is it like all the same characters?
Yes, so the Pokemon, that's the release schedule more or less. So when they're not doing remakes of older games, they're releasing new games that have like a new area you can explore, and new Pokemon come out during that period. And there are currently actually, hold on, I don't remember how many total there are. Why don't you try to guess while I look it up?
I would say 103.
103?
Yeah.
The first game had 151.
Oh, never mind. Okay, the first game... 700.
That's closer. I don't remember what the exact number is anymore, so I'm gonna have to look it up.
Gosh, okay. How do you keep track of all of these?
There are currently 901.
Oh my goodness. I was way off.
And some of them have multiple forms, so there are more, like, designs total than that.
What? I can imagine that you would have some, like, real Pokemon fanatics. Because this has, like, I would say probably a pretty big following, right?
Yes. Huge following.
So I can imagine that you would have some people who are, like, real into it and, like, have all the Pokemon stuff or, like, all the different characters and stuff.
I don't know if you can... Well, I mean, you can if you go through, like, third-party sellers, but I don't know if they sell, like, plushies or whatever of all of the Pokemon.
Yeah. I love how there's, like, 900 of them, and I only know Pikachu!
Yep. Guess what type Pikachu is?
Pikachu is... flying type. Is that right?
No. Wait, what?
Pikachu can't fly?
No, it looks like a little rabbit thing and you think it can fly.
I was just thinking like a flying squirrel kind of
there
thing.
There is a flying squirrel Pokemon, but it is not Pikachu.
Oh, see? Pikachu is, a rock type.
No. Does it look like a rock?
No. Pikachu just looks like a cuddly little animal.
Yeah, Pikachu is an electric type. That's why it's yellow.
Oh, I would have never guessed that. Oh, that's why it's yellow.
Yeah, and it can shoot electricity
that means it's
out.
Electric. Oh my goodness, I would have never known that. Do they talk?
In the show, yes. In the games, no.
Okay.
In the games, they're more animalistic and they make little animal noises.
I gotcha. Very cool. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna send you a picture of my two favorite Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay, here's one.
Oh, what is that?
That is called Volcarona. It's a fire bug type, and as you can see, it's a giant moth that can shoot fire.
Interesting. That one's kind of cute.
And here's the other one.
Ooh, what is that? Looks like a fire one.
Okay.
And I feel like it can fly as well.
It's a fire ghost.
Oh.
And it's a little chandelier. Its name is Chandelure.
Oh.
Yeah, and those are my two favorites.
Very cool. And why are they your favorites? Just because they look cool?
Yeah,
or
they
the
look
cool
neat.
stuff
I
they
just
can
think
do?
they're neat.
They are neat. That's pretty cool. Interesting. Do they ever fight each other?
I mean, they can. You can make any two of them fight each other. So I'm gonna try to get like you a favorite Pokemon. What's your favorite animal or plant or mythical creature type thing?
Okay, well, of course you know I like cats.
Or I guess rock or
And I
something, like, you know.
Okay, well, I like cats. I like butterflies. I like black river rocks. Okay. I like tropical, like exotic looking animals. I don't know. I like all animals.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, that would make this hard.
I like reptiles and like colors. I like silver and green. I also like spooky stuff too, though. So not scary, but like
Okay.
cute
I'll
spooky.
send you a few.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so in order,
Okay.
these are Salandit, which is a fire poison lizard looking guy.
Oh.
Phantump, which is a grass ghost, like sort of tree ghost.
It looks like a tree ghost.
Yeah. Pavilion, which is a butterfly. And the distinction Pavilion has is that based on where you're playing from, like what part of the world, it'll have a different pattern. So the North American ones look different than the European ones, look different from like the Australian ones.
Oh, that's cool.
And then Butterfree, which is another butterfly-looking Pokemon. Both Pavilion and Butterfree are bug flying.
I like, out of all of these, I think I like the Tree Ghost one and Pavilion the best.
Okay. I mean, there are tons of these, so I can think of Pokemon to sit here and send you all day, but...
Well, those are really cute. I like the style of animation on these though. They're cute. Or illustration, you know what I mean.
Oh, and something I didn't mention but I thought was interesting was that the games are like when they come out, a new one comes out, they have a new like region for you to explore, and those regions are based off of real world areas.
Oh.
So the first 4 games with new regions are based off of places in Japan, then the next one's based off of New York, and then the next one's based off of France, and then the next one's based off of Hawaii, and then the most recent one is based off of England.
Oh, that's cool. So does it show scenery like from those places? Or is it just like
it's fictionalized, but it does also show like areas. Like, you can go see, like, a version of the Eiffel Tower, or there's, like, a New York City analog.
Yeah. That's cool.
This has been a kind of a rambly mess.
I liked it. I thought it's good. I'm learning new things here. it was funny, like, as we were talking through it, I was like, wait, I remember people having, like, cards of this. Yeah. And I remember the little ball thing that the Pokemon's in, you know, like the little capsule looking thing. So it's like conjuring random memories of when I was a kid.
Like, I can talk for hours and hours about this subject. But, like, because, you know, you don't have any background in it, I don't know, like, what specifically to talk about.
Well, what's most interesting to you right now?
I don't know. I guess the new game, which hopefully when I'm done recording this will be shipped in here.
Alright, well, let's talk about the new game. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Well, how could I phrase that in a way that you, who, you know, doesn't know these sorts of things, would find it interesting?
Well, so you said, like, I think you just said the newest game was set in England, right?
Yes, but that's this one's a remake of an older game.
Oh.
So it's based off of a place in Japan.
I got you. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I want to go to Japan one day. Do some research on Pokemon before I go.
Yeah, the specific place it is the island of Hokkaido. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I wouldn't know either.
Yeah, but it's the northernmost part of Japan. You know, the little, like, head island.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, a remake of a game that came out in 2006, and I originally played those when I was a kid. So, I guess it'll be
fun times.
Kind of interesting to go through.
Oh, definitely. I feel like remakes will probably be fun because you have that, like, nostalgia, you know, from when you first played it, and you get to see how it's been remade and how it's changed or how it's the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Kind of like when they remake movies. I mean, that's what I related to. I like to watch the redo to see if I think they did it justice, you know?
Yeah, but what's interesting about this is, you know,
it.
this is the same company doing it, and in some cases, some of the same people who worked on the originals work on the remakes, which usually isn't the case with movies. It's usually like a new director and new, like, producers and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's kind of cool. You can see how some of the original people reimagined it, you know?
Yeah, and I'm interested in seeing how they do the music, because that has been a sticking point for me for all of these remakes. They redo the music a bit, and I never like it. I think the original music is better.
Really?
Yeah, so I want to see how, like, and part of it's just like a technology thing. Like, they were first making these back on the original Game Boy, and like even the subsequent consoles that they were releasing on still had hardware limitations that meant they couldn't produce sound in the same way, so they were limited by, like, how they were able to produce sound, and that affected their compositions. Like, when the composers went to design music for it, they wrote differently than they would now, having the full scope of, like, now modern consoles are able to handle whatever you throw at them with regards to music.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think when they try to, like, redo them when they have, you know, better technology, they sort of just go for the, well, let's do them orchestrated as much as possible, or let's do them in the modern style. And I think that ignores that a lot of these were specifically composed to fit those limitations.
Yeah.
And as a result, don't really work with the modern style.
I got you. That's
and so every
cool,
time
though.
They've done it thus far, I haven't liked it as much. But this is an interesting case because by 2006, they were, like, the hardware they were working with was mostly good enough to do whatever.
So it shouldn't be too far of a departure today.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I hope, how I hope it goes. But, you know, I'll find out when I play it.
Yes, you will. How exciting! So once you get the game and you play it, we have to do another podcast about what you thought. Right? I gotta hear about this now.
Yeah,
I'm fully invested
up
in
for,
this.
Future podcasts.
Yeah, look, you know. I gotta get into that. I gotta hear about it. I need answers. You know?
Right. Well,
you're putting it out there. I need to follow up.
I guess that's been long enough. Yeah, so if you couldn't tell from our rambling mode here, yeah, we didn't have exactly a topic to go for this week.
Well, I think it's a good topic because it's relevant. I did know a little bit about this topic, a tiny bit, so I was able to guess some things. So I thought it was good. So good combo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got to say, I'm kind of impressed you managed to get guess some of the types.
Oh, I'm impressed with myself. Thank you. I was totally just going out there, so I didn't know if I would actually guess anything. So I was kind of proud of myself. So there you go. I'm learning. This has been a learning process. So, well, that has been this episode of Beach View. We hope you enjoyed it, and we definitely are going to do another one on Pokemon. So stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.